When designing the laser show, how I decide like where I want to put a green beam and when I want to put a blue line. This is important fact about the feeling, how me as a designer I feel that the dynamics of the music is requiring which effect. With Jean-Michel Jarre, I have to say that what I like on him, that he knows very well how the laser technology is working, and he have the sense of feeling how the laser could create the ambience, how slow could be, how fast it could be.
The fact that they can be controlled by music, by everything you say, everything we say. With these lasers, probably, Seville will go to Mars before Elon Musk, right?
So I enjoy to work a lot with him because I feel we were in very similar waves, so we understand each other. We feel like in this particular moment it will be nice to have, let's say, very simple static beams or slowly moving, and this part should be more dynamics. So we had a nice chat together and we were deciding like where to put the lasers or where not. And of course beside us was Ivan, the lighting operator, lighting designer. He was interacting with us, and Mikel, who was the video operator, and we discussed like in this moment better no lasers, now will be good moment for the lights, and this moment, yes, we will remove the lights, and now is the right moment for the lasers to shine. And all about us was with us Jean-Michel, and he was telling us his opinion like, okay, I agree guys, or no, let's do it somehow different. At the beginning was the technical discussion, like with which kind of gear we could use and how we could make the scene looking good. Not, let's say, just standard looking lasers so that we place one next to each other and we shoot them straight, but to create some different looking, so some geometric images and reflections from the mirrors. And for example, like video mapping, that the lasers were shooting from front of house to the stage and do mapping. We want to create not, let's say, a standard laser show, but a bit boosted, so to have a nice elements. Because it was a tour, so we need to have some, let's say, standard setup, like pre-prepared, which we built and play the show, dismantle and move to the other city. There was no time to do adjustments and fine-tunings on the spot, because it was very short time. So we had a meeting in London, where, not meeting, but in the studio where we built the whole setup, and then we program and we saw how it looks like. And then as we move from the city to the city, after each show we had a meeting where we said like, okay, this was looking good, this was not looking good, and we could a little bit fine-tune it. In case of something happen, like for example I lose signal, I see in the software which lasers I lose, so I have to have in mind the whole technical plan, like how the lasers are connected. So when I see I lost 3 lasers, so I immediately know, there is a mistake, so there I have to go. Because the time is very short and the show must go on, so there is no time to experiments. I need to know exactly where the mistake is. Of course, I have to be in front of house. Also, I have my colleague on the radio, and if something happened, I call him, please, Michael, go there and check this connection. So, and of course, we have to act fast, and he have to be invisible on the stage, because if the performance is happening, he cannot just walk around. So we have to be very precise where he have to go, fix the problem, and immediately disappear. About the Jean-Michel Jarre tour, we had 3 types of lasers. That is, one device was Atom series, and what I like the most is the motoric dichros that I could operate from the software. Because after the transportation, the laser shake when we installing, so the laser move, and the temperature difference when in some country is I don't know, of reaching 40 degrees, and then we go to another country where it's 20 degrees, so the material is working inside. So of course the beam alignment, if it's great, still there are some minor details that could happen during these factors. So Quant unit have the motoric dichros, and when I shoot the test pattern over the wall, and then I see the colors are not aligned, from the software, I could very easily move green to the left, move blue to the right or up, and then the colors match, and I have perfect result every time. And it's super fast. I don't have to open every unit and to do the alignment. And then I had Club Max 40, which it's a little bit lighter device that I use on the towers on top, because it have a smaller profile and is lighter or easier to put on the top of the truss. And first, that was some kind of specialty. We had Epic laser, that is 270 watts, and this we use for the spectacular moments when we want to achieve that the scene will simply glow with the laser, because the Epic is very, very powerful unit. The Plaza de España is very, very large square. It was like a U shape, and from one point to another point was, if I could remember, almost 400 meters. So to give the immersive feeling, we had an extra setup to put the lasers from a side, so that the audience could feel that the lasers are coming from many directions, and to create the ceiling, the roof about the people. Besides the extra lasers, we had the Quant Prestige moving head, which boosts immersive feeling. The scene is very, very wide. It's not just on the stage, but it's very, very wide. The benefit of the moving heads is that they are very powerful. So more distance you gain from the audience, the better they look. The Sevilla have a very nice square, which was asking for this type of equipment. Oh, there was another specialty. We had architect lasers there. That is basically one single beam, but very thick one, big one, and pointing straight to the sky. And from the designing part, I was capturing the sound from what he was playing on the stage. So I get the sound from the audio console and link with the laser. So the magic was, as he was playing, the laser interact and modulates with his music. And of course, the microphones that was capturing the reaction of the audience. So let's say if they shout, "Hey, Jean-Michel, Jean-Michel," so it was interacting. So basically, the whole show was transmitted to the space. When the equipment arrived in the day of the show, So we have to install during the day, and during the daylight also do the zoning, which is very, very difficult because they don't see it. So during the day we have to everything connect and prepare for the sunset. Of course, at night the concert immediately starts. So during the sunset there is a specific time when it's still daylight, but the sun is already enough low so we could see where we are shooting the lasers. And the procedure is to shoot the lasers maximum up to the sky, of course check if there is some air traffic or not, to not bother any airplanes, and then slowly go down. And then when we see over the trees there is the line, there we stop to terminate the beams over the trees, to not shoot to the people. And we have to work very carefully because on the stage still people are running and connecting the cables. So we have to close a particular part of the stage so we could work with the laser and not harm anybody. So not even the people that are like audience or people on the tribune, but also people that are working on the stage. So we have to watch all around while we do the setup. And then, of course, it's important to do not only the vertical alignment, but then also the horizontal. So the lasers looks good, that they have nice crosses, and everything is symmetrical. And in some places there is another laser safety officer that is watching what we are doing, and if we are doing properly to not harm people. Because, as I said, during the daylight it's difficult to see where actually the laser is shooting. So he's like supervising and checking if we are doing everything right. And we did. Most of the shows on the tour that we done was great looking, but there were some venues that look extraordinarily beautiful, and it was in Pula in Croatia. That was a Roman amphitheater. There the lasers shine very, very, very nice. It's a matter of a smoke. The smoke distribution is very, very important because we have to predict how the wind will move and where to place the smoke machines. So it's not enough to have on the stage, and it's not enough to have only on the front of house. We have to cover the area around. Of course, when the wind is strong and he take all the smoke away, then there is no show and we cannot do nothing about. But if we cover it nicely with the smoke machines, then we have all the coverage all around, and then the lasers shine nice. So, and we had this great weather in Pula, in Croatia, and in the Pompeii. There it works very, very beautifully. The Pompeii was like from some another universe. It was very spectacular. Yeah, well, because of course the laser have a spark that the moving heads cannot do. The moving heads are not enough fast. Even if there is a huge amount, they deliver beautiful effects, but still they are not enough fast as the lasers. The lasers is shining. The intensity, the brightness of the laser is much, much higher than no only other device could do. And this is for the beam show. And then the other things is that, for example, if you want to do laser mapping or track some video, this moving heads cannot do. You could use a laser for the graphics to display some images. This moving head cannot do. So the lasers have quite wide range of use. If he's speaking about the entertainment lasers, it's all about the creativity. Of course, there is many nice applications that could be done with the art. For example, with Ashut that we cooperate, that we did a nice tracking of his sculpture. The lasers could be done to track the video. It's very nice even for the corporate shows. There is a lot of interactive applications that, for example, with the Kinect, could track the body of the performance and be transmitted through the beams. So for example, if somebody is dancing, the laser could reproduce his dance. So the lasers definitely have some spark that all the lasers love. It's yeah, it's nice work and enjoyable. Yes, of course, the person have to have in mind the danger that the laser carrying and have to work carefully. But if everything is done properly, then the results, nothing else could compete. The very first one was 100 milliwatts green laser, really small, tiny, damn expensive. And the next one I bought 1 watt laser, and that time people was were very happy because nobody saw this type of lights before, and especially the color one. So a couple of years ago I bought the first air-cooled laser from Quant, which was 1.2 watt, and was amazing to watch the output it had. But of course, these days 1 watt means nothing. Now the audience is hungry for really powerful lasers. So these days 20 watts is, I will say, is very minimum, and is going up to 40 watt, I will say, is now these days average 30-40 watt. Well, definitely yes. People in Saudi Arabia like different things as the Europeans. For example, in the Arabic countries they like a lot colors. From what I see, the people more in Europe like more straight colors, not so colorful, more monochromatic. So maximum 2 colors combined. In the Arabic countries is more multicolor, so I will say. Of course, very depend of what about the event is. If it's a corporate event, then we cannot go like very multicolor. Then we should hold more in the colors that the company is about. And how the people react on the laser is very important. The moment when the lasers come in. Of course, when it's, let's say, a party, and just in the middle of the set I come in with the lasers, the people see like, oh well, nice. But if the lasers come in the right moment, when it's, for example, the music drop and it starts to rise again in the first drop, we come with the lasers, then the audience are crazy, they're mad and they love this. But also it's important to not be, let's say, selfish and this is my lasers, I am operating just the lasers. We need to speak with the lighting operator, lighting designer and the video operator, so that we do this nice transition. So in the moment that I bring the lasers, so they have to dim the light or cut the light in the video and just leave the space for the lasers. But also opposite, I cannot throw the lasers just constantly because I need to give a space also to them to shine. I recommend, like, for very beginner who don't have experience in this field, not directly jump like I buy the laser and I will start to do shows. It's very good to have at least some experience on the stage, to join some company that already working in the AV, because then the person could get some practice, like how to handle the equipment, how the time importance, how to roll the cables, how to calculate the power, how many units I could link. All these things is good practice to jump or to move further, because then as an operator is responsible to run the show smoothly, to deliver what the client is paying for. So he have to think in advance, not only to put the lasers and do some blinky, but also have to predict the situations, what could happen, and immediately give our orders to solve. So then I would like to say about this was for the people that have, let's say, zero experience, that they want to start at the beginning. There is many companies. There are audiovisual companies that have lights, sounds, but for the people who want to work specifically with the lasers, it's good practice to join a laser show company, because then they get attached. Of course, at the beginning it's hard work, because to need to carry the heavy cases, the units, run the power. But if the person want to be a laser show designer, he needs to know how the unit is technically working, what are the limits of the unit. So when he will design in the future some show, so he know how to work with the device. If he could place it just like this, or he could put a 90-degree, or could be upside down, or pointing up, pointing down. So how is the scanner speed, how the mirrors inside are working, how to do the alignments, and all these things. So it's good practice to join the company at the beginning and get some experience. Are the difficulties? Mainly is the lighting pollution around, because of course when there is many, for example, the stands with the food and many advertisements that is polluting the lighting ambience there, then is killing a little bit the laser effect that the laser deliver. Another very common difficulties is with the video cameras. When there is a live transmission, let's say on the football ceremonies, to explain that the laser does not have the fixed frequency, that is changing the frequency effect after effect. And then for the human eye, the effects are looking different as on the camera. So where it's sometimes difficult to speak with the client, that we need to speak with the TV cameras people, that we have to do certain specific settings to make the laser show looking nice, not only for the people on the stadiums, but also for the TV. Because they are not every time the same thing. And then also when I designing the effects and creating them, I have to keep in mind that this event will be recorded, and I have to think which effects I have to use, how many points I have to use, where is the limits. So even they don't have the proper setting, that the laser will still looks good on the cameras. Let's say practice, practice, practice. It's of course every time good if the person could learn from somebody, because the other person, for example, as me, I passed through many years and I did of course some mistake why I learn. So it's good that the new person have from somebody who could learn to get the information to skip the mistakes. Also I learn from the other people.